Welcome to our podcast, where we cover unique and interesting stories for you. In this episode, we will discuss how sunscreen chemicals are building up in Mediterranean seagrass. Scientists have discovered that a sunscreen lotion chemical has been accumulating in seagrass in the Mediterranean Sea and have sounded alarm over a potential threat to the marine ecosystem. Researchers had taken samples of the stems from Posidonia oceanica at 3 different locations on the Mediterranean island of Mallorca, at the port of the capital Palma, near the port of Alcudia, and at Ses Salines, a pristine site with fewer tourists than the others. In all the samples, they found varying mixtures and concentrations of the sunscreen components oxybenzone, avobenzone, 4-methylbenzylidene camphor, benzophenone 4, and methylparabens. The study has blamed the tourists and port activities for the chemical discharge into the ocean. Dr. Silvia Diaz Cruz, co-author of the study published in Marine Pollution Bulletin, according to The Guardian, has said, "This marine enclave is impacted by port activities, water discharge, and tourism. Since the Mediterranean Sea is shallow, small and very enclosed, concentrations of UV-absorbing chemicals can reach high levels. The researchers are worried about the potential harmful effects on the marine ecosystem, even though the full impact of these chemicals on seagrass remains unknown. If we find that sunscreens affect the photosynthesis and productivity of seagrasses beyond accumulation, we will have a problem, since these seagrasses play important ecological roles in the Mediterranean coasts," co-author Prof. Nona Agawin was quoted as saying. Hence, the scientists have called on for further research to study the harmful impacts of chemicals in seagrass meadows. Agawin said, "If we find which sunscreen components are harmful for seagrasses, then we should better regulate and provide alternatives to protect the beachgoers and also the seagrasses." That's all from this podcast. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay connected for more exciting discussions and updates in our next podcast.